Hi everybody, welcome to Matthew Crandall Reviews, taking a look at a Star Wars book that came out for Force Friday. No, I'm not going to review Aftermath just yet. I'm really struggling to get through it because I do not like the way that Wendig writes. It's really frustrating to me. I'm going to take a look at what seems to be the far superior Lost Stars by Claudia Grey, which has been not pushed as hard by Disney and the marketing team because it's the YA sort of Star Wars story for the Twilight set, but it is awesome. So I got this. This was the first Force Friday book I tore into, read it over that weekend. It is really darn good. Why is it good? We follow two new characters as they go from young children on this new interesting planet. They both sign up to become part of the Empire, basically, and we watch as they go through school, training, and slowly start to drift apart, and one of them eventually joins the Rebel Alliance, and of course they're star-crossed lovers, and there are a few moments of young adult flirtation, and you're like rolling your eyes because they're best friends and they don't know they're in love, but we all know that they're in love because that's how these books work. But the writing actually elevates it because they are really well drawn out characters, good supporting characters, and it's awesome to see a book from the point of view of people who think that they are doing the right thing by being part of the Galactic Empire. And it's really unique and interesting. And timeline wise, it's great because it actually starts before the original trilogy, moves through the original trilogy, and ends up just after the original trilogy, giving us a little bit of a peek and some hints about Force Awakens. So no spoilers straight out. I'll just say that the two main characters are very interesting, and as they weave their way through the events of Star Wars, like the Death Star being destroyed and people they know and love die, it's very interesting to finally see that point of view. As Kevin Smith many years ago pointed out in Clerks, like a lot of those people on the Death Star might not have been bad people, and that's what this book revisits, and it's really interesting. And then we go through and we see the battle on Hoth and the battle for Endor and all this stuff from the original trilogy, but from a new, fresh perspective. And then finally, just when you think you actually know where the book's heading, it takes a few turns, and this is a minor spoiler. I'm not going to tell you who dies or what happens specifically, but the way that this works into The Force Awakens, directly referencing something that we've seen in the trailer for Force Awakens, was awesome. And when we got to that moment with Jakku, it's just so cool. So if you love Star Wars and you've been wanting to maybe read some of the Journey to the Force Awakens books, go out, make sure you grab Claudia Grey's Lost Stars, because it really is just breezy. I love the way that it works in some of our favorite original trilogy characters. Princess Leia's in here, Wedge, Dak. Like, there's lots of awesome people, and we just see events that we know from a different perspective, and that alone makes this book worth reading. But the characters are actually really well written, nicely drawn out. It's just a fantastic book. And then that ending that really does give us a few hints about the state of the galaxy going into Force Awakens. I can't recommend it enough. Out of the ones I've read so far, this is clearly the best. So go out, get it. I'd say it's like a 5-star out of 5-star. I really enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe.